Welcome back, friends. This is Sigma Forecast. Today's reading is one a viewer asked for, and it's a big one. We're looking at Canada's banks and economy. A lot of Canadians are worried about something called a bail-in. That's when, if a bank gets in trouble, it can actually use customers' own deposits to save itself. Canada has had these provisions in law since 2018. So people are nervous. Could Canada face a serious economic crisis? Are the banks safe? What are the odds and when could it happen? And how can people protect their money? So today I want to ask the cards what's really going on with Canada's banks and economy. Before we start, this is very important. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This reading is just for fun and spiritual insight. Always do your own research. Now let's see what the cards reveal. And the first one, a general one. So, will Canada face a severe economic crisis? And as an astrologist, I could say that planets say that the crisis will be in 2027. So, let's see what cards will say. Justice, Hangman, Ace of Swords, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Judgment, Hierophant. Before explaining these cards, I must say that I live in Canada, in Scarborough, so this topic is very relevant to me. Let's see. We have 4 major arcana cards. This is big, fated economic moment. Justice, a reckoning, economic consequences coming due. The scales are balancing. Hangman, a period of stagnation and limbo. The economy stuck, frozen, things upside down. Ace of Swords, a sharp turning point. A moment of truth cutting through. King of Wands, bold leadership steering the response. Government and central bank taking action. Page of Pentacles, a new financial reality emerging, adapting to a new normal. Judgment, a major reckoning and rebirth. A wake-up call, but renewal after. And the Hierophant, the banks and institutions at the center of it all. So my answer, yes, Canada faces a serious economic reckoning. 2 reckoning cards. Justice and Judgment, plus the Hangman, stagnation, a hard, stuck correction. But, and this is important, these same cards point to a rebalancing and rebirth, not total collapse. It's a reset and restructuring that leads to a new financial chapter. Tough times and a wake-up call, followed by renewal. Remember, not financial advice. Always do your own research. And my analysis says that the peak of crisis will be in January 2027. Not financial advice, guys, as usual. Okay, next one. Are Canadian banks in trouble? Are Canadian banks in trouble? Emperor, Queen of Wands, Hangman. Oh, could be in trouble. 6 of Cups, Page of Swords, King of Wands. 3 cards came back from question 1. Hangman, Page of Swords and King of Wands. So the banks are part of the same economic picture. Emperor, the banks have strong structure and established power. They project stability and control. Queen of Wands, a confident, bold front. A reassuring public face, but possibly masking the truth. Hangman, Back from question 1. And this is key. Suspended strength beneath the surface. Hidden vulnerability. Things upside down below the confidence. Trouble that's there but not yet visible. Six of Cups. Relying on past foundations. Old structures that may be outdated. Leaning on past reputation. Page of Swords. Back from question 1. Under scrutiny. Regulators watching closely. And King of Wands. Back from question 1. Bold leadership managing it behind the scenes. So are the banks in trouble? On the first surface, they look strong and confident, not openly collapsing. But underneath, they're hidden, suspended strain. They're more fragile than they appear. A confident facade masking real underlying stress being carefully managed and watched. Part of the same larger economic reckoning. Remember, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Okay. Now let's get to the meat. What are the odds of a bail-in happening? What are the odds of a bail-in happening? Bail-in odds. Page of Wands. The Chariot. Knight of Cups. Hierophant. Temperance. Six of Swords. Three major arcana, and the Hierophant came back from question 1. Page of Wands, a possibility brewing, a spark. The threat exists, but it's early stage, not ablaze yet. The Chariot, momentum, things in motion, forces driving the situation. Knight of Cups, reassurance, everything's fine, messaging from banks and officials. Watch the smooth promises. Hierophant, back from question 1, legal framework exists. The bail-in mechanism is real. In law since 2018, so it's possible. Temperance, and this is key, careful management, moderation, avoiding extremes, authorities steering away from a drastic outcome. And Six of Swords, navigating to calmer waters, moving away from the worst. So what are the odds? Moderate to low. The mechanism exists and there's momentum, so it's not impossible. But Temperance and the Six of Swords lean toward it being carefully managed and avoided. More likely steered away from than actually triggered. Stay aware but don't panic. The cards suggest management over catastrophe. Remember, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Okay, when could it happen? When could economic crisis happen in Canada? When could it happen? Judgment. Seven of Cups. Illusions. The Sun. Page of Swords. The Lovers. Seven of Swords. Huge pattern. Page of Swords has now appeared 3 times. Question 1, question 2, and now here. When a card comes 3 times, the cards are shouting. The Page of Swords means watch the news. Watch for the signal. Judgment, back from question 1. The timing is tied to a reckoning, a defining moment when things come to a head. 7 of Cups. The exact timing is unclear. Many possibilities, hard to pin a date. The Sun, possibly summer timing, or clarity coming in a brighter period. Page of Swords, short time, watch for the signal. A message will herald it. Stay vigilant. The signs will be there. The Lovers. A key decision, a policy crossroads determines it. And the Seven of Swords. And this is important. It could come quietly, by stealth, behind the scenes, with little warning. Don't get caught off guard. So when could it happen? No precise date. The timing is veiled. But the cards scream, watch the news. Watch for a key policy decision, possibly around summer. And know it could come quietly. Stay alert, the signals will come. Remember, not financial advice, always do your own research. Okay, Canadians, how can we save our money? I have taken all my cash from RBC already, so everybody has to figure out it on their own. But I don't trust banks, especially Big Four, Big Five. Okay, how Canadians can protect their money? The Lovers choice. Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups. Illusions. Hold tight your money, guys. Four of Pentacles. And Two of Swords. Two cards came back from question 4. The Lovers and Seven of Cups. Your choices and seeing clearly are the keys. The Lovers. Make conscious, wise choices. Diversify. Don't put everything in one place. Align your money with your values. Your decisions are your protection. Seven of Pentacles. Be patient. Think long term. Don't panic. Sell out of fear. Assess calmly. Ten of Cups. Protect what truly matters. Your family's security, real wealth, not just numbers. Seven of Cups. Back from question 4. Beware illusions and scams. Don't fall for get-rich-quick schemes. And don't fall for fear-driven panic either. So, through the smoke. See through the smoke. Four of Pentacles. Save and build a reserve. Be fragile. Build an emergency fund. Secure your resources. And Two of Swords. Make balanced, informed decisions. Get clear information. Weigh your options. Decide with a level head, not in fear. So how can Canadians protect their money? Stay calm, diversify, save a reserve, get informed, avoid scams, and protect what truly matters. Knowledge and a clear head are your best protection. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research and talk to a real financial professional. Though I'm CPA. Okay. And that's the reading on Canada's banks and economy. A topic one of you asked for. The cards revealed a clear connected story. Canada faces a serious economic reckoning, a hard, stagnant correction, but one that leads to a reset and rebirth, not a total collapse. The banks project confidence but carry hidden, suspending strain underneath. The odds of an actual bail-in, moderate to low. The mechanism exists, but careful management is likely to steer Canada away from the extreme. The exact timing is veiled, but the Page of Swords appeared 3 times, screaming, watch the news, watch for the signal, and it could come quietly. And how can you protect your money? Make wise choices, diversify, save a reserve, avoid scams, and keep a calm, clear head. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research and talk to a real professional. If you found this helpful, please hit like, please subscribe. Drop your questions in the comments. What should I read about next? Visit astroforecast.net for personal astrology and tarot consultations. See you in the next one. Take care.